On homework 4, we're solving equations where we have variables on both sides of the equal sign. So the first thing you'll need to do is to write your equation. And then we're going to add or subtract on both sides of the equal sign the term with the variable. So I've got 15u on this side and 13u on this side. I like to have my letter over on the left side if possible. So the first thing I want to do then is to subtract 13u on both sides of the equal sign. And so I have 11, and then 15u minus 13u gives me plus 2u, my equal sign, my negative 7, and I chose negative 13u to get rid of those. And so then my next step is to add or subtract on both sides of the equal sign the term without the variable. So the term without the variable is the 11, and since I put both letters on this side, I want both numbers over here. So the opposite of positive 11 is negative 11, so minus 11 on both sides of the equal sign. Those go away. I have 2u equals, and then negative 7 minus 11 is negative 18. Then my next step, divide on both sides of the equal sign by the number that's in front of the variable, which is a positive 2. So I'm going to divide both sides of the equal sign by 2 and write my answer here. U equals, and then I'm doing negative 18 divided by 2 is a negative 9. So on number 2, I write the equation, and then I'm going to distribute by multiplying the term in front of the parentheses to the two terms inside the parentheses. So that means that this side of the equal sign stays exactly what it is, negative 5u minus 15 equals, and then I'm going to multiply negative 3 times u to get negative 3u, and negative 3 times negative 1 to get positive 3. Then I'm going to add or subtract on both sides of the equal sign the term with the variable, which is the u. So I'm going to add 3u to both sides of the equal sign. Negative 5u plus 3u, negative 2u, minus 15 equals, and then the negative 3u and the positive 3u go away, equals 3. So then add or subtract on both sides of the equal sign the term without the variable. So plus 15 on both sides of the equal sign. So I have negative 2u, the 15s cancel, equal, and then 3 plus 15 is 18. And then the last step, divide on both sides of the equal sign by the number in front of the variable. The number in front of the variable is a negative 2. So I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides of the equal sign. U equals, and I have 18 divided by negative 2 gives me a negative 9. So on number 3, we have quite a few things here in our equation, so make sure you get that all written correctly. And then we're going to distribute by multiplying the term in front of the parentheses to the two terms inside the parentheses. So we've got to do that 2 different times. I have 4 times v, which is 4v, and then 4 times 1 gives me plus 4. And then I still have minus v equals, and then 3 times u, 3u, 3 times negative 1, negative 3, and then I still have the plus 1. The next step would be to combine like terms. So on this side of the equal sign, I have a 4v and a negative v. So that means 4 minus 1. So I have positive 3v plus 4 equals. And then here my 3u is by itself. Oh, this is a u. And then I have minus 3 plus 1, so that's a negative 2. And then I'm going to add or subtract on both sides of the equal sign the term with the variable. So now I have negative 3u on both sides of the equal sign. And so this one is a little bit weird because the 3u and the minus 3u's, they both cancel. And so I actually got 4 equals negative 2. And since that's not true, then I have no solution. On number 4, this time we do have to find least common denominators because we have the letters on top. So this can be 15. So our common denominators can be 15. So I've got 15 times 3. We're actually going to go ahead and subtract those first. Let's change colors. So we're going to do minus y over 3 minus y over 3. And so we do have to change these into least common denominators. So I'm going to kind of do that over here. So my y over 5 would be the same thing as 3y over 15. And then my negative y over 3 is the same thing as negative 5y over 15. So over here, I am doing 13y, nope, 3y over 15 minus 5y over 15. And so that gives me negative 2y over 15 equals 4. So then I'm going to multiply each side of the equal sign by the number that's on the bottom. And so I have negative 2y equals 60 because 4 times 15 is 60. And then I'm going to divide each side of the equal sign by the number that's in front of the letter. So I have y equals, and negative 60 divided by 2 would be negative 30. So for number 5, write the equation. And the first thing is we're going to multiply both sides of the equal sign by the bottom number of the fraction. So the bottom number of the fraction is 2. So those 2's cancel, and I have 3x plus 20 equals, and then I've got negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Then add or subtract on both sides of the equal sign by the term without the variable. So minus 20 minus 20. 3x equals, and then I've got negative 8 minus 20 gives me negative 28. And then I'll divide by the number that's in front of the variable. So x equals, and that doesn't come out evenly, so we can just leave it as negative 28 over 3.